What's going on, everybody? This is Dan with Right Now Powder Coating, and I'm about to show you guys maybe the best powder coating gun you've never heard of. Let's get into it. Alright guys, in today's video I'm super excited. We get a ton of emails from different companies wanting us to show their product, use their product, advertise their product, and up until now I really haven't been interested at all. Most of them want me to buy it at a huge discount, which I'm just not interested in doing. If my channel is something that you think would bring your company a benefit, why would I pay for your product to then show off your product and then sell it? Well, things are different with this company. I've been talking to them for over a year. They have a gun that they're telling me is as good as Gema, Nordson, Wagner, all those guys at half the cost. So they sent me one. I just got it, put it together. We're going to go out and we're going to demo it right now live, not live, but very unedited for you guys. I'm going to go over the gun with you real quick, and then I'm going to show you me spraying parts and then my honest feedback right afterwards. So I'm hoping that this is true, that this gun is as amazing as they say it is, because if it is, and it's half the cost of a Gema, it's going to change the US market forever, because if you can get that kind of quality and that kind of production out of a gun for half the cost, it now just became way more affordable for up-and-comers to get into a professional gun that they can rely on, that can deliver performance time and time again, like the Gema gun. Probably the same for you guys that are using Parker Ionics, Nordson, Wagner, all that. So without me rambling on, let's get out in the shop. Let's take a look at this gun. All right, here is the bad boy. It is from Electron. They are over in Turkey. Like I said, I had never heard of them. They started cold emailing me about a year ago, and I was just not interested. I didn't want to buy a product, have it shipped over, have it not work, and be totally upset that I spent the money. I already have two Gema Opti Pros. I've got a Nordson that came with my line, and then I've got the KCI gun way back there, which we don't even use anymore. So I was kind of fearful that this would be a KCI gun. So far I'm very impressed with the way it's put together for the most part. The instructions were lacking, but I've put enough of these together that I kind of understood it. So for new guys, it may be a little bit more troublesome, but we actually took video, so we're going to put together how does it go together if I like this thing. We took a lot of video, but it all depends if I like it. So right off the bat, it's very comparable in some regards to the Gema OptiFlex. We'll kind of set them like that. So you can see they both have the digital screen, and I'm going to have to plug this one back in. So you've got the digital screen over there, you got it here, fire it up. These things start up really quick, which I like. So the first thing with our Gema, you've got all these presets. So you have the flat panel, which sets your KV and your micro at 100. It shows 0 because it's waiting for the gun to be pulled. And then you've got your Faraday 122 and your recoat 110. This is very similar. So you've got your flat panel 100. You got to skip over there, not in the same order. This is your Faraday 122, same. And then you've got your recoat, drop it down to 10. Now you can also come in here. This is probably the thing I like way more than this gun, is when you're adjusting your air, you have to click it one by one. You can hold it too and it'll go faster, but it's less precise. This one you can actually come in here, select it, it highlights it in yellow, and then scroll it, which I like that. I think that's pretty slick. So that's kind of cool. I haven't played with the settings and stuff yet. That's for your air at the tip to keep your electrode clean. But I haven't started. That's your hours, I assume. Not sure what that is. I thought that was brightness, but I don't know. Maybe I have to wait for it to go off before it changes. Yeah, I don't see any difference. So I gotta look and see what that one does. So that's pretty slick. On the back of the gun, you've got the kind of the same thing here. So you can't see this because it's covered in powder. This right here, it's actually adjusting the air, but you can change that to adjust settings so it can actually scroll through programs if you change it. On this gun, you can hit the P and it'll move through all the settings. So if you're in the booth, you can just look back at the gun, say you need more air, you can come down here and increase it. So that's kind of slick. You don't have to walk back out to the unit. And a lot of guys who are in booths where the gun's outside, they'll usually have a panel where they can actually see through to the gun so they can change it without walking out, which is slick. So yeah, ignore all this. I just haven't cleaned up all the airlines. So they give you plenty of line, obviously. We just got to trim it up and clean it up. The only thing I kind of put together was a hose. So we're going to clear out the shop. I've got a lot of stuff in here. We're going to clear all this stuff out, and then we're going to get some boxes in, which are probably one of the hardest things we spray because of all the areas. So we've got, you know, your 90 Faraday, you've got your tight gap Faraday, and then you got your metal on metal where we have to try and get it into that seam Faraday. So we're going to test this out right now. This video is probably going to be a little bit longer than normal, but I want to review this thing correctly because I don't want anyone to go out there and buy this unit if I don't back it. Or you can buy it, just don't buy it because I said so. Well, you know what I mean. I don't want to advertise this thing and then have it be crap. All right, guys, initial thoughts. I had the air turned up a little too high. It was coating me well. I could feel the static cling in my shirt like I can with the Gema gun, which is good. It means it has power. So that was my main concern, is that it wouldn't have the same power and adjustability as a Gema gun. But I'll have to do another video because it's hard to film everything at once when you're a one-man recording operation. But the KV and the microamps, just like the Gema gun, were adjusting on the fly based on what it was sensing at the tip of the gun, which is good. It seemed to have a really good transfer efficiency rate. The ergonomics of the gun, which for you guys that only paint like maybe a couple parts, isn't so important right now, but when you spend a whole day holding that gun, it tends to get painful, which is crazy to think about because they don't weigh a lot, but the way it balances in your hand is a big deal, and that to me felt very comfortable. The trigger on it, you can get 2 fingers on, which is another thing that a lot of people think about. That way they're not just stressing one finger all day, and I don't know why, it just makes it easier when you can pull with 2. So far I'm happy. The only one thing I can say that I don't like about it compared to the Gema gun right now is the pump, and that's just because it's like that old style pump where you have to unscrew it to get the injector out, and it just kind of creates a longer cleaning. Probably add like 2-3 minutes, which isn't big deal to us because we spray black most of the time. But if we do try to lump our specialty projects together, and we'll change colors 10 times a day, so that's where it could start to be a little bit of an issue. But I mean, that's a minor thing right now. Obviously we've only sprayed 1 cart. I'm going to spray with it all day today as long as I don't have issues. There's a bug. I'm going to have my team use it to see what their feedback is, and this is all going to be uncensored feedback. I want the raw, true details, because if this gun keeps performing the way it is, I think it could be a big deal to all of us in the US, as well as up-and-coming powder coaters who can't afford these bigger brands. So right now I'm happy. We'll keep trying it out, and I want to do a follow-up video in about a week, and we'll see where we're at, what our opinions are, because obviously the first time you try something, it may not be the true description of what it is, I guess, or the true experience of what it's going to be. So we'll have to see. So I like it so far. Never even heard of this company before they reached out to me, so it just shows you there's always options out there, and the world is a very large place. So I want to thank the Electron people for bringing this gun or sending it out to me. Again, this is not a paid video, but they did provide the gun to me. But I told them it's going to be an honest review. I'm not the channel that's just going to try and, you know, fluff up stuff, because I don't want my viewers to think that I just get stuff to do reviews on it. So that's why I've said no to so many. I mean, this is, I think, the first product that's ever been sent to me that I've reviewed. I say no to 99% of everything. So I have to believe in it, or you have to be willing to get an honest review back, and not everyone's willing to do that. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing, because I know you just did that right now because you want to see my a week away review. Keep posted. This could be a game changer as far as quality and price point goes in the powder coating world, as far as the US market goes. So to all you guys that maybe have heard of these who watch me in other countries, you may already know. If you do, leave feedback below. Let me know what your true thoughts are on this gun. So far I'm happy, so I'll see you guys on the next one.